we realized that the first part to building a great company is to assemble a great team. And as students, we couldn't go to bars to network. We couldn't go to networking events for adults. So we went to our school and set up this little presentation in our auditorium in which we would present our idea, and hopefully kids would join our team. And we sent out an invitation to our entire school. And the first thing we noticed is that almost no one showed up. There was almost no interest. And those who did show up spread the rumor around the school. And throughout that week, we were actually mocked. We were made fun of for our ideas and for being wannabe Mark Zuckerbergs. And what's funny is, the next week after, we took the exact same presentation and did it at our elementary school, so to kids who are 5 or 6 years younger. And the response was phenomenal. These kids were throwing their lunch money at us, asking if they could buy our prototype. They were asking for our pre-money evaluation, which I know you guys know from watching Shark Tank, but it was amazing that these kids even knew terms like that existed when they were too young to even probably pronounce some of these words. And that just inspired me so much. And I think this is what our education system has done. Over just these 5 to 6 years in the education system, these creative children have turned into these teenagers that are unwilling to think outside of the box. So let's go back to that secret I was talking about. How is it possible that school is making kids less intelligent? The fact is, there is so much more than just one type of intelligence. And while school can make you more academically intelligent, it can teach you physics, algebra, calculus. It is diminishing the children's creative intelligence. It is teaching them to think a certain way, to go down a certain path in life. It is telling them, go to high school, get a diploma. Go to a good college, find a stable job. And if you don't do that, you won't be successful. And if that was true, how am I even standing here today? How did I, a straight C student, start a technology company at the age of 16? And how is my company, which was featured on the Wall Street Journal last week, doing better than some of the companies started by Harvard or Stanford graduates? It must be something that can't be measured by academic intelligence alone. So here's what I believe. Parents, teachers, educators, you have the power to influence and inspire youth. The fact is, there are way too many people out there right now who are obsessed with telling kids to go to college, to find a good job, and to be successful. There are not enough who are telling kids to explore more possibilities, to become entrepreneurs. And if there's one message that I want parents, kids, and all of you to take away from what I've said here today, it's that you can open your own doors, and that you can stray away from this conventional, limited, and narrow path that education sets us upon. You can diverge and create your own future. You can start your own companies and start your own nonprofits. You can create, you can innovate. And if there's one message I want you to take away from everything I've said, it's this. No one has ever changed the world by doing what the world has told them to do. Thank you.